5 things you should never do with your money. Hello, my name is Thuls and today I will tell you 5 things you should never do with your money if you intend to save or evolve financially. We all want to have money to fulfill our desires, like a trip, buying a property, opening a business, or countless possibilities to enjoy our hard-earned money. The things that I will show you today have the potential to make your money go down the drain, and you will see that these are things that you have the power to control, thus making your money grow and yield. So if you're curious to know what these things are, stay until the end of the video, because the fourth thing is something that many people do, and it could be sucking the life out of their finances. The first thing you should not do with your money is to make impulse purchases. Who has never bought something in the heat of emotion and regretted it later? Impulse buying can be done for many reasons. Some people may make impulse purchases because they are influenced by marketing or advertising. Others may make impulse purchases because they are looking for a way to reward themselves or to feel better about themselves. Some people may also make impulse purchases because they are anxious or stressed and believe that the purchase will help them feel better. There may also be an emotional component involved in impulse buying, such as when people buy something because they feel lonely or because they are trying to fill an emotional void. So don't get carried away in the heat of emotion and give yourself some time before making any decisions that you might make and regret later. I've put together a list of things you can do to avoid impulse buying. Make a shopping list before you go to the supermarket or store. This can help you focus on the purchases you really need to make and resist the temptation to buy unnecessary things. Give yourself some time before you buy something that you don't need right away. If you still want the item after a day or two, then it might be worth buying it. But often, the urge to buy something on impulse passes quickly. Have a budget and stick to it. Having a budget can help you control your purchases and avoid spending money unnecessarily. Avoid shopping when you are anxious or stressed. Emotions can lead us to make unwise shopping choices. If you feel anxious or stressed, try practicing relaxation or distraction techniques before you shop. Shop online in moderation. Online shopping can be convenient, but it can also be a temptation to make impulse purchases, especially with so many ads and promotions available. Try to limit your online shopping to specific items you need, and turn off notifications of promotions. The second thing you should never do with your money is never believe in things that promise you to get rich quick, like things that promise to turn $1,000 into $10,000 in a week, or even things that will promise you to make money with no effort at all. People can be attracted by promises of quick money for various reasons. Some may be looking for a way to quickly solve financial problems or to quickly increase their income. Others may be looking for an easy solution to achieve their long-term financial goals. Some people may also be attracted to quick money promises because they are optimistic or because they are desperate for a change in their financial situation. Regardless of the reason, it is important to remember that most of the time there are no magic solutions to financial problems and that it takes hard work and planning to achieve long-term financial stability. Here are some tips that if you follow, it will be impossible to believe those miraculous promises that people spread on the internet. Do careful research. Before you invest or spend money on something, do some careful research and verify that the offer is legitimate. Check the reputation of the company or person making the offer and look for reviews and testimonials from other people who have used or invested in the offer. Be wary of offers that seem too good to be true. Most of the time, if something seems too good to be true, it probably isn't. Don't fall into the trap of promises of easy money or extraordinary returns. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Never invest money that you cannot afford to lose, especially not in fast money offers. If you have to take out loans or use your savings money to invest, you are likely risking more than you should. If you are enjoying this video, I invite you to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything about financial and personal development. The third thing you should not do with your money is never gamble your money. Many times we are tempted to bet our hard-earned money in the hope of getting lucky and hitting a ticket, but it is necessary to think carefully about betting, because it can have consequences in our personal life and especially in our financial life, such as financial problems. If you bet money that you can't afford to lose, you may end up in debt or have financial problems. Besides this, gambling addiction can lead to even bigger problems, such as the loss of property, health, and relationships. In general, the chances of losing money when gambling are much higher than the chances of winning. This means that in the long run, it is likely that you will end up losing money by gambling. Therefore, there are people who bet only for hobby. In this case, use only the portion of money that you set aside for leisure and never let yourself be carried away by emotion, because this can lead to a snowball. So always think very well before betting your money, even if it is for hobby. Assess whether you would not like to use this money for another form of leisure. The fourth thing, as promised, is in relation to the credit card. So never use your credit card as an extension of your work. The credit card can be a great ally of those who know how to use it and a great villain of those who have no control over its use. The good use of credit cards can bring you benefits such as convenience, purchase protection, loyalty points, and better financial management, but it is extremely important to use the credit card responsibly, otherwise the consequences are quite serious, such as indebtedness. When people spend more than they can afford on their credit card, they can end up getting into debt and have difficulty paying off their debts. This can lead to high interest rates and fees, which can make it even more difficult to get out of debt. Credit card interest rates are extremely abusive and can be as high as 150% per year. Long-term problems. Misusing credit cards can lead to long-term financial problems such as difficulty reaching important financial goals like buying a home or retiring. It can lead to a lack of financial stability and a life of uncertainty and constant worry. To keep you from using your credit card too much, I brought some tips on how to use your credit card the right way. Use the card only for purchases you can afford. Avoid spending more than you can afford with the credit card. If you are not sure if you can afford a purchase, it is better not to use the card. Use your credit card sparingly. Using your credit card responsibly means using it sparingly and only for purchases that you can afford. Don't use the credit card as a way to put off the problem of not having enough money. Make a budget. Before you start using your credit card, make a budget to determine how much money you have available to spend. This will help ensure that you don't spend more than you can afford. The fifth thing you should never do with your money is never invest your money without studying the business. The world of investments has many facets nowadays, so there can be great opportunities as well as bad opportunities, so study as much as possible before investing or applying your money to have a higher probability of getting a positive return on your investment. The importance of studying investments before investing your money is related to avoiding fraud. Unfortunately, there are many financial frauds out there, and it is important to study very well before investing to protect yourself from these frauds. By educating yourself about investment options, you will be able to identify warning signs of fraud and take steps to protect yourself. Another extremely important point is for you to understand the risks. All investments involve some degree of risk, and it is important to understand these risks before you invest. By studying your investment options, you will be able to assess the risks and determine if a particular investment is right for you. So those were 5 things you should never do with your money. Let me know in the comments if this video helped you in any way. But what's up, guys? Let's embark on the journey of financial development. If you have this desire, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and not lose any content, because here you learn in simple pillars, steps, and learning how to build a solid and abundant financial life. I'll leave on the card the link to my last video, so I'm done here, and a big hug to all of you.